with them to have a good life in the way they cared for it. That is why they asked another person abroad who had knowledge of new life and said, maybe your knowledge you share with us, we will share with you all the material you need. So your children, there's plenty of it here for us. So your children, my children, in the future don't have to suffer. But you will share that knowledge to us that you have, so that someday our children can sit across you in the table and understand each other by speaking your language. We will use what you develop as resources to support ourselves. And that is why today the funding that we have and the money that we get is the natural resources, money that comes to sustain our people. You can't forget, our grandfathers never sold it. They do not have a bill of sale. They have where they were treated nicely, where they were cared for, where they were shared what we had. And today that's what we use. We have to step in this era and in the future. For some way, the way that Mother Earth has been done into the animal life, we have to take active part to start our ceremonies for the healing of our people and especially of Mother Earth. To care for all those animals, the silent ones, to be healed as well. We have to care for them in order to defend our country. And in the way we do it is this way, with the tools our grandfathers have left us, so that our young people and our young children can learn to know who they are and their purpose. Everybody else have a place to go. Everybody else can go home. But here in North America is our homeland, and we're here to stay. That is our home. And so, in finding the hardships that lies ahead of us, and to bring our children in, to share with them the drums, fasting, our offerings, our sacred fires, that we light our sacred fires surrounding the area for the intervention by our ancestors to protect us from the epidemics and for the possible destruction to all of life. But we have to ask for that. So with that, I hope that I have done right. I tried my very best in the fastings that I did all across the country for the people in the area, the territory, that attitudes will change towards our people and our young ones. It's been the gradual change that I've seen in the 30 years that I have traveled, the 35 years. And I've seen the attitude that changes. The people are interested in this way of life. And yet we share with them because our nation are still kind because we carry the sacred blood of our ancestors that flow through our veins. And we should be proud in carrying that blood of our ancestors. That way we know who we are, and that is why it is very good to look after yourself and be to the best and proud to walk with that blood in you. That is all I hope. And each one of us, we can rebuild our families back. We have to, together, like our ancestors did. When they used to have ceremonies, the stories that they told, they were by the hundreds. When they gathered to share with each other and visited. There was evidence in many other sacred grounds. Up to 60,000 people went there for days to do the ceremonies. Appreciation, they survived through the winter. And another year to give thanks for the survival and the life that was given to them by animals. The medicines that they had to give thanks, that pulled them through, that the new ones come again. That's why they gathered. Our people are known to appreciate life, to give thanks, and to ask before they take something. And they respect each other. But it was worth it. I'm a little bit under the weather now, getting tired, but I still got ways to go. Another hurdle. There's a few more obstacles ahead of us. And I hope that we continue with the young men that are here with us, the grandfathers. I call them young. We don't want them old too early. We still got a hurdle to go. A hurdle for the rights of our children. We have to go home and care for them and rebuild and unify our families. And to remember our ancestors. And to remember in a month they will arrive. And you will know it the first day. And when you see all the silent ones dancing, and the wind comes, then they have arrived. Then, on the first one, I've always do, is raise my pipe, light my sacred fire, feast them, offer them for their journey and have come to arrive. I welcome them as I make my offering to them. That's what everyone should be doing. And then the last day of the month, on their return, to thank them for their teachings. And as they go back again, make sure on their way out, back to the spirit world, that they close the western door so that many of our elders would not have to follow them home. That they would have to leave the elders for us here to teach us many things yet that we will need. And those are two things that my grandfathers always told me. Many times there's a lot of people going through that west door. They have left that door open. We have to be able to seek for someone to close it. So that way we will retain our teachers, our elders, And the young ones also forget. They leave the door open. And we are to watch that as elders. If too many go through that spirit door and being ahead of time too soon, then that door is open. And we need a ceremony to close it and retain them as much as they can to help us. Those are some of the things that was shared with me. And those are the things that we forget, like I have forgotten for a while. And then through my journeys, I was reminded that sometimes I feel alone. Sometimes I ask myself, why am I doing this? When I do this, I share things with people. I do not share this for harm. I only share this so that we can bring the best of us to our young ones. I don't look at you as an Ojibwe, as a Soto, a Sioux, Blackfeet. I look at you as a race of our people, a nation. Of humans. That's all you are to me. You are of the same of our grandfathers. We are the First Nation people. And these grandfathers, like the one said, we never used to call people by first name. There was always a relationship. Grandfathers. We never named them for a long time. Something with uncles. We adopted them as uncle. Brothers, sisters. That's what it used to be when we had respect for each other. And I have the same, like your brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, and my grandfathers. That's who you are. And I honor you in that way. And I honor those elders that accept me that way too. And I always honor the children who want to be their brother. So I like to thank you with this, my relations. You're all my relations. May rich. You're here not because of yourself. I know you're here for the young children, for those who have not yet found and know who they are, that you will be willing to assist them to find who they are with our support to them. Sharing with them the things that they don't know, that we welcome them in our hearts. It is here that we also acknowledge those elders that we overlooked at in our home communities. It is within those that we have to use them as well. Bring them our tobacco. It's those that bring us maybe to do a feast offering. Maybe 4 families, 3 families together to seek an elder to do a feast for their ancestors. Maybe invite each other and invite another to lead you the feast of your ancestors in a home and feast them with your families. Many of you that didn't have the opportunity to do that, these elders would be waiting to help you and assist you in regaining back your ancestors and being back to know who we are. It is our time that we pick ourselves up. There's no one that is going to come and heal us no matter where they come from. Only us can heal ourselves. It is time that we get up and start healing our own self. It's time that we get up from our communities. As elders, stand with your kids, support them in their endeavors and guide them in their healing. Only with your support they can move forward. Your acknowledgement. It is everyone that seeks for that kindness, that caring, and that sharing of good things with each other, and that respect and honor each other's lives. It is those things that will put our nations and our communities together and be forever strong and not allow another one to come and shred us apart like they've done for a number of years. But we can rise up and bring our families back together, and then we'll be more stronger than ever before for the experiences that we have learned, what has happened to us. We will again stand tall. It is only with joy, it is only that you have the acknowledgement to be free. And when you have learned how to know joy and be happy, then you will earn the true freedom and what it means to be free.